Hi everybody, John Shea here, and welcome to this special episode of FUNKQUEST. And I would say that I hope you've not had your lunch or your breakfast or your dinner or your tea or whatever you call it in your part of the world before this episode, because we've got a brand new funkster in the house today. Without further ado, Dawsey, tell me who you are and where you're dialing in from.
Hi, yes, I'm come back to speak there from Teesside.
Teesside is the north of England. It's about what from Sheffield? 2 hours up, 2.5 hours up?
Yeah, about 2 hours, 2.5 hours up, yeah.
And can you describe in 10 words or less what you do?
I eat on camera for fun and entertainment.
We do have a very experienced funkster, which you might not have heard. You might have heard of before. Josh Shea. Joshua, tell me where you're dialing in from.
I am dialing in from the northeast part of the United States, a state called Maine. For those of you who don't know where it is, I'm about 2 hours driving north of Boston, 6 hours driving north of New York City.
How are the Red Sox doing in the playoffs at the moment?
They're not in the playoffs at the moment. They absolutely had a horrible, horrible year, one of their worst years they've had in my lifetime. So we just aren't talking about it.
Okay, we'll move along quickly. If you're new to the show, there's 5 seasons plus loads of back catalogues to get interested in. We've had World Scrabble Champion. We've had Dina Castor, a US Olympic marathon runner. We've had Paralympic athletes. We've had our local MP. Go and put this on your playlist and listen to all kinds of people telling all kinds of interesting stories. Okay, so Josh, will you show us how it's done? You can pick a chick, a dollar bill, a cruise ship, or some healthy food.
Well, let's leave the food alone and let's go to the cruise ship.
What takes up too much of your time?
Being on this show. Probably. What takes up too much of my time? Worrying. I still worry too much. Can't worry and do other things. If I went to bed later, maybe I wouldn't worry as much. But yeah, worrying takes up too much of my time because there's so little that I worry about that I can actually control. So I really wish that I could stop with so much worry because I've wasted days, weeks, months of my life worrying about things I simply can't control.
We need to get a person with the psychology, knows about the psychology of worry, to ask him all this stuff. Good stuff.
I want to know more about Dawsey's, like,
well, you have to wait till it's your turn.
Eating habits.
Yeah, you have to wait till it's your turn. Right?
I want to know more about. I want to know more about the gross stuff. I want to know more about the gross stuff.
Okay, let's pick a question, right? So you can pick a chick, a dollar bill, or some healthy food.
Oh, I'll have to go for the healthy food.
Healthy food. You see, manipulate people. You see, it's dead easy. What would you do if you could do anything for a whole day? Josh, fire away.
I tell you, I stumbled upon, without planning it, I stumbled upon the Nathan's hot dog eating contest one day in 2007 when I was on vacation with my family, and I have been absolutely just fascinated by competitive eating ever since. I want to know about your competitive eating. What are you eating? What are you putting into yourself? And good Lord, why?
Well, basically, I just eat anything. It's if there's a competition or a challenge, it's put in front of me, I'll just eat it. And if it's too much, it comes back out. But it's a lot of training involved. Basically, I do a lot.
Is training just eating? Is training just you have to stretch your stomach? I mean, what does that mean?
Basically, that's what you're trying to do. You are trying to stretch your stomach. You can drink a hell of a lot. So like basically, you do a chug, but also as well, it's keeping your calories down throughout the week. So the chugging helps. But when it comes up to the time where you're actually going to be doing a challenge or something along those lines, it's the fact of getting as much in you as possible. Then the day before, it's fast. You got to fast and drink loads, and that just keeps your stomach wide open.
So no food, loads of water.
Loads of food, plenty of water. Obviously, drinking too much water can be dangerous, so you put additives in it as well.
Okay, Josh, that's the end of your turn. I've got some questions for next turn. Okay, Josh, question 2. Some kayakers, some camera equipment, some snowmen, or 3 queens?
I'll take the queens.
Queens. What do you find beautiful?
People who are genuine and are true to themselves, people who can accept their flaws, people who can accept their triumphs, people who recognize who they really are. I, for so many years, was a complete phony for people. I should have had a doctorate in gaslighting. I manipulated my community into voting for me for the city council. I manipulated people into reading my magazine. I had people wrapped around my finger. And now that I've stopped that, I can recognize just how many people live legitimate lives. And I find that absolutely beautiful. And I find the phonies absolutely ugly.
Can you spot phonies or straight up people?
Oh, I can spot phonies so easily. Between having been a journalist for 25 years and now being an addictions coach, and being someone who was completely phony himself for so long, it's very easy for me to spot somebody who's being phony. Yes.
Turn the TV on, and there they are. Some kayakers, some camera equipment, or the snowmen.
I guess I'm going for the snowmen.
You're going for the snowmen. When did you last bunk off early?
I'm currently working at the moment, so I can't say it now.
Is your boss likely to be listening?
Probably not. They're currently working, so they won't be listening in.
What does bunk off mean? Just for those of us who don't live in the UK.
North of England.
Well, basically, taking time off without giving the right reasons.
Oh, okay. We call it playing hooky. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, it's sort of like that.
Okay.
It's like skiving off work.
Yeah, they'll not know what skiving is either. I thought skiving was a Yorkshire thing.
Oh, it's I used to live in Scotland, and skiving off school was always the same.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
In the next few weeks, when the World Cup's on, the bunking off work will increase when there's an England match on, like that.
Yes.
I'm going to use that today.
What? Use that.
Yeah, I'm going to start using bunking off.
Bunking off. It's Josh's turn now. You can pick some croissants, a neon cafe thing, a fairground, or a little celebration dance thing.
A fairground.
Fairground. Now, this is one for you. This is a good question. What is the most illegal thing you have ever done?
Yeah, like I'm telling you. Fun illegal thing I ever did. I'll tell that story because that won't get me in trouble. The most fun illegal thing I ever did was when I was in high school, we were at a dance and we were very bored. Nothing was going on. And it was election season. So all of the candidates had their signs on people's lawns. So we decided to play a game, who could steal the most amount of signs from the election. And we ended up with a little over 100 in our car. My friends ended up with 80 or 90. I had one friend who ended up with about 150. We all agreed to meet back at the school dance. Now, I still don't know who ratted us out, but when we all got back to the school dance, there were 2 police officers waiting there for us and waiting for our cars. And basically, we had to go back and put through the middle of the night, we had to go back and put every political sign back onto every lawn, or else we were going to be fined $100 per sign that was stolen, because I guess that's the punishment for that. So we had a very long night returning signs. I don't know if we returned the right ones to the right places, but every lawn had a sign back on it the next morning.
I'm just imagining the policeman walking around the corner with a great big massive thing of, like perspicated signs.
Shouldn't they be busting kids for doing drugs or having sex in their car in the parking lot? I'm just stealing political signs. That's all.
Stealing stuff. Yeah, okay.
Come on. I'm part of the solution. I'm trying to get rid of politics.
No politics. No politics. Okay. Dawsey, you can pick some croissants, a neon cafe thing, or a little celebration dance thing.
I guess I'm going for the neon cafe.
You're going for the neon cafe. Excellent, good man. Okay, so apart from like bag of gold, what is at the end of the rainbow? What is your like ideal food? Which do you prefer? Chinese takeaways or what?
You give me a big pot of macaroni and cheese. I'll be happy. I love American dirty food.
One thing I worked out is all this stuff is like, Chinese chicken wings or, hot dogs. Is the competitive eating for like, broccoli and sprouts and stuff like that?
They can be, but I've never come across one yet.
I mean, is that something?
No, we were supposed to be doing a sprout eating contest in a football stadium, but because of COVID, it didn't go ahead.
We're talking little like golf ball type things, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
How many of them you could reckon you could eat in a what? It's time bound, right?
I wouldn't like to say because I'll be just grabbing them up and trying to get them in my mouth.
200, I reckon. Fit like
I'd love to say 200.
200.
I might try that for Christmas.
We've got to get you back on our Christmas special if you're going to do that. We have a Christmas special. We've got to get you back on that. Okay, I've got a next question, but it's Josh's turn. Josh, question 4. You can pick a bicycle, some sheet music, a certificate, or some suitcases lined up to go on holiday.
The suitcases.
I think you've had this question before. What do you do when no one is looking?
I don't shower. If I don't have to be somewhere for 2 or 3 days and I'm stuck at home, I will just sit in my own friggin' filth. Don't have a problem with that. I don't understand people who shower 2 and 3 times a day. If I'm going to be home, I'm going to be comfortable. When no one's looking and no one's around, you can almost assume that I'm dirty. That's a horrible thing to admit out loud, but I know
it's triggered the content filter on Spreaker.
Yeah.
Dawsey, what do you do when no one's looking? What do you eat when no one's looking?
Oh, when no one's looking, I'm normally going for a McDonald's.
Just get plain old McDonald's.
Just plain old McDonald's. Get about 10 cheeseburgers and
oh my God,
a quarter pounders. I do go overboard when I go to McDonald's.
So when you turn up at the drive-thru and think, oh no, it's him again, did they just disappear off?
Funnily enough, the lass on the counter said, "Can you come through here often?" I said, "Yeah, every night."
Is your new thing on the phone, isn't it? Like frequent, most dial numbers on your phone.
Yeah.
Is yours like McDonald's and the Chinese takeaway and that?
Hey, you should see how many points I've got on my McDonald's app.
What about buffets? Do people see you walk into a buffet and think, oh my God, we're about to lose a lot of money?
To be honest, I don't go to that many buffets. But yeah, I'll go about through 7 to 10 plates, easy.
Oh my goodness. So they're like, sir, you've been here 4 hours. It's all you can eat, but come on.
Excellent. What question is it? It's Dawsey's question, I think, if we get back to the board. Bicycle, some sheet music, a certificate, or sheet music.
I guess I'm going for sheet music.
Go for sheet music. Excellent. What have you recently formed an opinion about? What do you say when the doctor asks about your diet?
I don't go to the doctor. I try not to go to the doctor. The doctor's going to say straight away, stop that.
Obviously, footballers play twice a week. How often would you say I'm going to compete? How was it twice a week, once a month?
I try to do a challenge twice a week. This week I've done nothing this week. But next week I've got 2 competitions on where I'm eating apple pies, and I believe it's a sandwich one as well. I've not been told much about it yet, but I will find out later.
So do you turn up and it's is it like everybody's got like football shirts and with sponsors on and stuff like that? Is it that kind of gear?
We have for the British Eating League, there is a t-shirt with sponsors on. Funnily enough, I don't have one because when it came out, I didn't fit into it. Started the season, I was 30 stone. I am 24 stone now. I've lost a lot of weight since the start of the season.
What you need to do, respectfully, is forget coming on shows like this, but write a book, How to Lose 6 Stone.
All I do is walk 12,000 to 18,000 steps a day.
There you go. We'll get to that the next question. Josh's turn. An old style telephone, a stage, some waves in the sea or ocean, and a mad angry bull.
Well, let's go for the telephone.
The telephone. Where would you live if you had no ties to anywhere else?
It would have to be warm. There would have to be a beach nearby. Probably Hawaii, maybe Bali, maybe Tahiti, but probably some Pacific Ocean warm place, maybe Samoa, someplace where I could have good internet access. I could continue to live my life and do my job because I really enjoy my life. But where I live now, the weather is horrible. I don't really like my house. I'm really done with where I live. So I would like to go somewhere where it's just a nice warm place, 30 degrees Celsius year round, no real deviations, just something beautiful.
Scarborough. Agreed?
Definitely Scarborough, yeah.
Scarborough.
No, I'd go somewhere like Edinburgh. It's got everything there. I still need the hustle and bustle still.
Yeah.
And I'd say something like London, but I went down London the other day for the first time, and that was an absolute nightmare driving around that.
Bonkers. Anyway, your turn. A stage, the waves on the sea, and a mad, angry bull.
I have the waves on the sea, please.
Waves on the sea. What do you do when you are travelling?
I sing really badly.
Sing? On the train, on the bus?
Oh, I drive everywhere. I'm normally driving on my own, so I'm just going down the road, singing away. If my son's with me, we're playing Yellow Car.
When you see something like a Costa Coffee or a Greg's, does your car like magnetically pull itself in?
No, I like to get there straight away. So when I get there, I can basically do all that.
The next question is, when you watch the Olympics, you see something like Mo Farah, like warming up and that. How would you warm up on the day?
On the day, I just drink a lot of water. 3 hours beforehand, I don't touch anything. But then it's just getting slack, just have a little walk, building up an appetite. And as soon as the event comes, I'll have a little sip of water, just to lube the throat. And
do you even like food?
Oh yeah, I taste everything. It's if I don't like something, it slows me down. But
what do you hate the most that you've competitive eaten?
Salad. I had a salad with on a Palmo challenge, and basically I just started going through it. It all gained straight back up. I can't handle salad. I don't know if it's a texture or what, but it's anything healthy. It's no good for me.
Bananas, all that kind of stuff, bad.
Oh, I like fruit. I do like fruit. I'll eat a lot of fruit.
And this might sound like a stupid question. Afterwards, you think, never again.
Yeah, about halfway through, I'm normally going, oh God, I regret my life choices here. And it's like, you just feel like you're fit to burst. But yeah, it's a matter of just having fun.
Before we started, you said that you're ranked number 2. What's it going to take to be number 1? What do you have to? What's that stumbling block that's stopping you from being number 1?
How can we help?
I need to do a hell of a lot more training. With my current job, I'm on the road constantly, and I'm a little bit older now, so I'm kind of stopping to make toilet breaks constantly. So if I didn't have a job, it'd be probably much better. But it's just getting the fluids in me, getting the right food in me at the right times, and but I'm only 16 points behind the leader.
How much is a point? Is that how many sprouts is that?
Each event 7 points for the winner, 5 points for the second, and 3 points for third. But if you finish what you're supposed to, you can gain a point if you come out the podium places. So yeah, I've got 2 wins this season, and I'm currently on, I think it's 58 points.
Presumably this is on YouTube or live stream somewhere or whatever.
It's all in Facebook. All you need to do is go to the British Eating League, and you'll see videos of there with me.
Do you have like a trainer kind of, patting you on the back, with a towel and all that kind of thing? Because I've seen a video where you're sweating.
The worst thing you can do is pat somebody in the back when they're eating.
I meant like, fair do. I meant like massaging and go for it, champ, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, you do get like people spectating, like, come on, Dawsey, you know what I mean? And it does spare you on when there's people there just there to see you. It's quite.
You get a buzz.
Oh yeah, it's like sort of famous for a little bit. It's like you're doing it from them. It's good. It's good atmosphere when there's people there just cheering you on. It's great.
So where's your home base?
British Eating League. It's like originated in Stockton.
Right. Yeah.
It's not far away from where I live now, and that's how I got all involved in it. So we do a lot in Stockton, but we do also go around the country. But myself personally, I want to do my own challenges. I will travel right around the country looking for them.
So you must have kind of come on and thought, dart, I'm a bit bored now. Darts, no. Snooker, no. Table tennis, no. Eating, that's the one for me.
That's the one for me. Yeah, well, that's it. I just did a lot of research. Well, I went in the first challenge, first British Heat League event, and I just said, "Oh God, what am I doing here?" So I started studying. It's like, oh, okay, and that was 20 slices of toast with 2.5 kb of jeans.
Right, beans on toast times 10.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, it was quite a lot, and I actually got in the papers for that. But yeah, I only left half a ton of beans. So it's about a kg, a kilogram of beans. But yeah, it's all the toast. That was my first attempt, and I've not stopped since.
Gents, thanks so much for being on the show. Josh, how can we find out more about you and listen to all your musings and teachings?
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody who is having any issues with addiction or trauma, I am a fully certified coach. You can hit me up at paddictrecovery.com. My books that I've written are for sale there. Other stuff that I've done is there as well. Also, if you need any help in that area, there's a lot of resources. So paddictrecovery.com.
Excellent. Dawsey, how can we find you online?
Well, you can find me by my YouTube channel, Food and the Beast. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I think that's it, yeah.
Okay. Well, gents, thanks so much for being on the show. And we'll see you down the fish and chip shop in about 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, mine's a big sausage.
Big sausage.